Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got an exciting blend for you guys tonight, so you know what, let's go ahead and get the water started. This is one that I've been, well, I'm not really putting off, but it's been a while since I've had it. Um, I just never got around to doing it. Melissa, welcome. You're first in line. Hey Ma, welcome. I see you in the corner there. Okay, so I've got an exciting blend for you guys tonight, and I can't wait. I've been dying to try this, actually, and I'm pretty surprised that it took me so long to get to it. But tonight's blend is direct from Australia. It's Chai Mumbai from the Tea Center. Now, this is what I picked up when I the first day that I flew into Sydney. Sneha, welcome. Yes, you did, and your prize is to be present for the longest part of the of the stream. Congratulations, you get more of me. But anyway, so tonight's blend, I actually, when I got to Sydney, first day there, the weather was kind of like so I went right online and I looked for a tea shop, and the closest one was the Tea Center, just a couple blocks away from the hotel. I figured, I'll take a quick trip, and pick something up. And they had a really nice selection. This one kind of stood out. First of all, I love chai. That's my go-to. Hey Teresa, welcome. That's my go-to. But the way that this smelled, it was incredible. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, and we'll see if this jogs my memory, because I don't quite remember why it was. Aaron, welcome. I don't remember quite why it stood out. Wally, welcome. You too. But all I remember is that it smelled incredible, and I better hurry up because my water is almost done. So right now I'm trying to beat the clock and at least get a little bit of the introduction of it out of the way. So, Nicole, welcome. Oh my God, it smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey, even though there's no chocolate in it. All right, well, let me reverse myself a little bit. It's got black tea, orange peels, fennel, cinnamon, licorice, juniper, cloves, cardamom, vanilla ginger, whatever that is, and green peppercorn. I've never had green peppercorn in a tea before, so this is going to be very interesting. It's got a very smooth, almost it's got that general chai smell that you usually get with the black teas and the spices that are in it, but in this case, it's got like a more wholesome, full flavored scent to it. Oh, it smells yummy. It's so far so good. I am really impressed. Oh, it's so good. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like in just a moment. It's a very hearty looking tea. I want to get a good sample in there. So I'm doing about a teaspoon and a half, because I usually make it a little strong. But in this case, let me adjust it a little bit. There we go. So it's going to make for a prettier picture. Check this out. Look at that. It's a very colorful tea for a black tea. You see the black tea itself, of course, is just going to be a dark brown color. But you see, like, they have the orange peels in it. There is a little bit of juniper out there. I'm assuming that those white flecks over there are the the vanilla ginger. I can't really tell for sure. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell in this light, but those are like the little flecks. I had some cardamom. The pods were like out up in front. I don't know where they went. They definitely went into my teapot though. So let me pull out one of the cardamom pods, so at least you see that it's in there. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I got cloves in there. I gotta. Of course, it's gonna end up all the way at the bottom. You know what? You guys know what cardamom looks like. I would imagine. You know, let me, because it is in there. I promise you. Let me see if I could just dig around. Oh, right in front of me. Hit the jackpot right off the bat. I've always liked the look of cardamom. This is whole cardamom. Sometimes you have, like they open up the pods to release the flavor. Sometimes they don't. In this case, they didn't. But yeah, it's whole cardamom. So this is gonna be, it's gonna be good. There we go. We'll go ahead and pour some of this out. Now this is a black tea, so I heated my water to 212 degrees, and I'm giving it the full time of 5 minutes. So this is going to be very interesting. I am like super excited to take a look at this, because not only did I bring this all the way back from Australia, and this has been sitting on my tea shelf for like months now, and it's been taunting me. It's been saying, drink me, and you know, like, I'm finally getting around to it. I wanted to wait to share it with you guys, because this is something that I've been waiting for quite some time. And you know, I mean, like, I think that this would be a once in a lifetime opportunity to share another tea from another country, literally halfway around the world, to get the oh, excuse me, to get the flavor that I found stood out most. This is the one tea that I bought from that shop, because like at this point I was already kind of loaded down, but this was one that, like, it just really stood out, and I had to bring it home with me. Now the only thing is, Alejandra, welcome. The only thing is, I tried to access their website, and for some reason it's not available, probably because it is only overseas. If you want to try, I can't guarantee that you get through unless you are overseas as well. But it is tcentre, .com.au. So I don't know if I'm going to bother posting it, because it's probably not going to work for most people, but you never know. In this case, I'm just ready, willing, and able. Is this thing on? Yeah, okay, Quackhead's going. It's, I guess with the fan on, I can't hear it ticking. But yeah, like, I remember distinctly what that day was like. The weather was just not good. It was kind of rainy, kind of muggy. I had literally just landed in in Sydney for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, and you know, I wanted to walk around, but it was just gross outside. Thank God that weather didn't last. But yeah, like, I googled a tea shop, and it was maybe like 7 blocks away from the hotel. It was inside a mall. On a scale of 1 to 10, when you sip the tea, tell us how spicy it is. Okay, I'll let you know. But just keep in mind that my tolerance is kind of high. So there goes Quackhead. So it looks like he's ready to pull this out. But yeah, I'll let you know. I'm assuming that it's going to be, you know, pretty average for a chai because, I mean, there's nothing in particular. I would imagine the green peppercorn is not going to be as hot as the red peppercorn. Generally, when you eat peppers, it's the red ones that are hotter, but we'll see. In the meantime, let's see how that comes out. Oh, that's nice. Was this? I know you don't do it on the stream, but do you put milk in your chai? Sometimes I do. Not very often. It all depends on the blend. But yeah, sometimes I do. Especially if it's already creamy, like a Thai chai. You get that vanilla cream coconut essence in it. Some milk really goes a long way. I don't do that often, but when I do, it's because I'm in the mood for something sweet. Ralph, welcome! I see you just popped in there. Tea bags! I beat you to it this time. Oh, that's nice. It's kind of savory. It's got hints of cocoa in it. At least in the smell. I smell the general black tea with the cardamom and cinnamon. I think that's what's giving it the cocoa smell. But I'm not really getting a whole lot of the ginger or the orange. Generally, when you drink orange peel, it doesn't smell as much as you taste it. Unless, of course, you're drinking something specifically orange, like a blood orange tea, then it's going to be more prevalent. But this is blended pretty well. Oh, that is nice. I do like my tea bags creamy. It's delicious that way. Oh, that is nice. Those cocoa notes do transfer over into the taste, but the vanilla lightens it up a bit. Like the vanilla ginger is really, it's kind of strong. It's not overpowering anything, but you can taste it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this maybe about a 4. It's not super duper spicy. It's got a nice flavor to it though. I would compare it to like fast food hot wings. You know, it's like it's not gonna be like a wing specialty place that makes that extra hot sauce. This has got like a mild burn to it, but it's really good because you're getting like this kind of savory cocoa. I want to say it's comparable to a dark chocolate without the bitterness. Like, you know how chocolate has that kind of dark taste to it with like a little bit of the effervescence, but when it has like let's say like a 60% cocoa bar with 60% cocoa, and then you get like the sometimes they add sugar, sometimes they add a little milk. That's what I'm getting here, and it's really good. And I'm kind of mad at myself for not drinking this earlier, because like, wow, this is really good. Like, I'm gonna bring some to work. Gianna is watching with you. Hey, Gianna, hi, how's it going? Don't believe anything your daddy says about me. They're all lies. Oh man, but yeah, this is just whew. I'm impressed because this tea has a lot of different elements to it that it's taken me a while to decipher. Every time I drink, something else pops up. Like, I'm getting the chocolate, the cocoa depth to it, but now like I'm getting highlights. It's not even notes of the vanilla. It's highlights. Like they're prevalent. They are there, and it's getting like all the flavors are mixing together, trying to vie for my attention, and it's working. You know, because it's just very. It's very grounded. Like this is a really good tea for a morning. Like I would drink this with breakfast. It's a little bit comparable to it actually has like it could be a good coffee replacement. You know, if you like coffee that's sweet, and you know, like people who put sugar and cream in their coffee, this would be a good I don't want to say replacement, but this would be like comparable to have that morning wake up, because it's not too strong, not at all. But there's like this kind of like the cardamom. Now I'm getting the cardamom. You see, this is what I mean. Like every time I take a sip, something jumps in the way and just wants attention. And I'm really that's kind of interesting. Like they have what's the word? What's the flavor? There's at Coffee and Tea Exchange. They have a coconut oolong. It's incredible. This, when it's sweet and you get like the vanilla ginger, that's what it tastes like. There's no coconut in here. So those of you with coconut allergies have nothing to fear. This has got that sweet kind of note to it. But you know, I'm finding this interesting because, you know, I mean, if you're a tea drinker, but you're casual about it, you'll just drink it, you'll appreciate the good flavor. But if you take the time to think about it and what you're drinking, it feels like every sip has a different flavor. And that's a rare thing in the tea, at least for me. This is super good. Oh my god! Now I'm kind of mad that the website doesn't work, because I would order this again. Oh man, this is like really. I need a minute, because like there's so much going on, and it's surprising in the best way. Like this, you know how some teas I've described as having like a quick burn, a medium burn, or a slow burn. This has got a pretty good slow burn. Like I taste the flavor for a while, and I think that's part of why I'm getting a different taste every time I take a sip, because I'm still tasting what's remaining from the last and adding the current to it. So it compounds on your tongue, and you're getting like the fullness of everything. And this is really good. I'm kind of, well, I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of like, I don't know what the word would be to describe it, because I mean, it's not surprised, because I've had good teas before, but in this case it's because of the ever-changing flavor. I'm presently excited, I guess is a good word. I mean, I was toying around with using the word aroused, because there is a sort of like element of arousal. When you drink it, you're like, oh, this is. But like the connotation of arousal is kind of what I'm trying to steer away from. But by the same token, this is like an arousing flavor. So everyone who's got their minds in the gutter, feel free to quote me. But yeah, this is a really good one. Like I am seriously fighting the urge to continue to drink it, like just straight back and forth, because it tastes really good. I could see this with milk. Like this has the kind of flavor that would be complemented with milk or cream. It doesn't need sugar. It's pretty sweet naturally, but like I just kind of I'm just kind of like impressed. I'm wondering because apparently this is it's called Chai Mumbai. I'm assuming that it actually does come from Mumbai, but I mean that might just be a name. Without the website, I can't do my homework. Um, yeah, it doesn't say here. Ugh. But oh well. Oh, I swear I'm gonna have to fly back to Sydney just for that tea, and to get a second blend. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that it's not available. Because once this is out, I don't know when I'll be able to get it again. Oh man, but this is delicious. I keep staring at it. It's like, oh, it's that good. Like I wish that I could like send it to you guys. This is it's impressing me. It really is. Mm. I'm really like I have a problem putting it down. I'm like you don't see it off camera, but like I keep doing this. I'm like, will I? No, it's coming back. Okay, now I'm putting it down because like I need to behave. I need to stretch this out for the duration of the stream, but it's really hard, you know. But I'm really glad that I pulled this one out because it stood out for good reason. I'm still getting a different flavor. Like now the cinnamon is coming out a little more. Um, I guess after it's had time to rest on my tongue, the flavor is evolving. I guess you could say. Like I'm taking a minute to really talk about that because it's a rare thing when you drink a tea and the taste evolves even while you're not drinking it. This is this is some really good stuff. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. And I'm glad that I can like have such a good um, a good review of a tea like this, um, because this is something that's coming from a different country, and it's like I have high expectations when it comes to tea, um, and this is surpassing them. I mean, yeah, granted, I do like a lot of tea, but then again, there's a lot of teas that are just really good. Um, this blend is done very well. Nothing is overpowering. You know, everything is working well together. They took their time to figure out how much of each element to put in it, and it shows because there's so much development of the flavor in this tea that's just like, whew, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, as you guys can see. Um, I I I would definitely recommend this tea as something to wake up to. While I do believe it would be good in the afternoon or the evening, specifically, this has a kind of a strong flavor to it that would qualify it for a good breakfast tea. But you know, there's something about it that kind of um, that kind of calls for it to be a morning tea. You know, I mean, not only does it's perked me. You know, it's like it woke me up. Um, but by the same token, it's like it's not a kick in the head. You know, like there's nothing in it that like smacks you awake. It's a general, gradual. It's a gradual taste, um, and like it's waking me up slowly. Since it's a black tea, it is caffeinated, um, but it's not like punch in the face caffeinated. Mm. There's a certain like I feel like this is gonna sound stupid, but I feel like I want to just like swish it around in my mouth, like just take the time to savor it. But I feel like if I leave it in there too long, I'm just not gonna want to swallow. And that sounds that sounds so dumb, but it's true. Like there's something about it that it compels me to savor it a little bit more. Like there's little notes of honey in there as well that I'm just really enjoying because I think it might be a combination of the cinnamon and the vanilla ginger that now it's becoming more prevalent and it's giving off like this honey sweetness to it. And I'm loving it. Like this is I love how this tea is continuing to evolve. Even now, you know, I'm like halfway through my stream. Yeah, it's gonna be 8:30, and it's still showing me new things. Man, this is really incredible. And like, part of me wants to drink it down, but the other part of me wants to like drink it slowly so that I can savor it more. And I'm conflicted. Like this is really causing me problems in deciding how to drink my tea. And as nerdy as that sounds, it's true. You know? Mm. Hey Beth, welcome. And the thing about this tea is like it's kind of all encompassing in my mouth. Like I'm literally tasting it under my tongue. And that's weird. Because I mean like when you drink something or eat something or whatever goes in your mouth, you usually taste it from the top and even from the sides, but like there's something about it that's kind of like surrounding my tongue on all sides, and it's giving my tongue like the different flavors from one end of the spectrum around to the other. And like it's really interesting. I mean, this does happen before. I don't talk about it very often because a lot of the time, yeah, one, it makes no sense, and two, it's not that strong, so it really wouldn't matter. But in this case, like, it's a full bodied it's a full bodied flavor in every sense of the word. You have different notes uh, of each element of each what's the word I'm looking for, ingredient. Sorry about that, I brain farted. But like I'm getting like little bits and combinations. Like you get the individuals and you get little combinations of each. Yeah, and I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised I haven't tasted the licorice yet, because licorice happens to be a pretty strong flavor. There's probably just not, either there's not a whole lot, or they put it at the bottom, and I just haven't gotten there yet. Unless it's also reacting with something else so that it's making it unrecognizable. But the licorice flavor is not that strong. In fact, I have yet to find it. Which, I mean, it gives you something to look for. But by the same token, or maybe it's just the way that it's blended, the licorice is at the bottom of the tea. That happens sometimes. I've had it happen before, and it's like, okay, so you get a different flavor at the bottom than you get to the top. Maybe chemically it's just heavier. I don't know. But in this case, I'm not really tasting it. I'm looking for it though. Like right now, yeah, I'm not really getting that licorice flavor, which I mean is good news for people who don't like the taste of licorice. Um, this is like it's hidden in there somewhere, and I'm looking for it. I can't really find it, but I'm finding so many other things. Like I just had a flash of something that popped into my head, and it's gone now. But it was a distinct flavor. It's kind of like there's a kind of like a chocolate wafer residue, specifically the residue. Like, you know how when you bite into a chocolate wafer and it crumbles and almost powders, and then you get that kind of grainy mouthfeel to it? I'm getting a sense of that. Not full on coating the tongue, but the mouthfeel is kind of, it's thick but smooth. Kind of like a, yeah, like a little bit grainy, like the chocolate wafer. And I think that's what I was struggling to describe before, because it's something that's familiar, but you don't really think about something as specific as wafer dust, you know? But it's something that I appreciate. Mm. And I haven't even stopped to like refill yet, which is strange, because like I never do this. But take a look. Well, yeah, I'll show you. Look at that. I am almost done with my first cup, and I haven't even refilled it yet. And like it's hard for me to not, because like I keep drinking and drinking, and I don't know. It's like I'm not even aware of how much I'm drinking. I just keep downing it. Hopefully I have enough left over that'll oh yeah, that's not a whole lot. I drank too much, so now I only have half a cup left. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining. At least it's something. But I never showed you guys what it looked like. So take a look at that. I mean, like, the froth is pretty strong in that one. I'm trying to catch it in the right light. but there's a lot of orange and red. It's not a very dark black tea when you catch it in the right light. You know what? Oh, there we go. So I'm getting like a nice red color in it, like a red orange, and you know that's not very typical of a black tea specifically. Generally, you'd get like a brown or a deep black. This is just straight up red. Probably due to all of the other elements that are in there. But look at that froth. Like, that froth is not going anywhere. And that's a good sign, flavor-wise. Still not tasting still not tasting that licorice. But, it's, wow. Like, I'm kind of blown away by the flavor, and it's really doing some good. Because it's keeping me on my toes for sure. Generally, I find it hard to talk about some teas where there's not much to talk about, and sometimes I'm just stretching time. This one has a lot of different elements to it that it makes it easy to talk about. I'm finding a lot of like those like the cocoa and the honey now is coming together, and you get like this chocolate, like sweet chocolate honey thing. And oh man, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble because I'm going to be drinking this a lot, and I kind of wish I had bought 2 tins instead of just one. I mean, granted, if you guys had seen my my luggage coming home, it was bad. Like, I must have brought home about 20 pounds of tea. Hey, welcome back, Sneha. I guess you either lost connection or you fell asleep. It came back. I don't know. But anyway, I forgive you. Anyway, like I came back with like about maybe 10 pounds of tea. I'm only half exaggerating there. But like, I kind of wish I had made room and gotten another one of those, because this is like kind of traumatic that I can't find it anymore. But in any case, I digress. This tea is giving me a lot to talk about, just in exploring the nuances of it. There's very little that stays the same. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that you're always here. And I lost my train of thought, of course, because old man brain. Yeah, my I lost my train of thought. But yeah, like I'm picking up on the nuances that are present, because I have yet to taste the same taste twice. Like, I'm kind of wondering where the coconut notes went. I still have elements of the sweetness, but I don't have the full-on coconut that I had like 10 minutes ago. It's like, who knew? This is like, I need more. Oh man. And I have a feeling that I'm going to need more for a very, very long time. I gotta find a way to get some more of this stuff. God, I sound like an addict already. Anyway, okay. So, 8:41. Time for announcements. Um, there's not really much going on in the on the community. We did get a new logo. If you've noticed, the banner is the banner has changed. Thank you, Wendy, wherever you are. I appreciate that. She's the new admin. She was a moderator. I promoted her to admin so she can help me get the logo on there, and it looks great. It looks incredible. The logo was designed by Jose. Um, for those of you who don't know, he's one of my close friends. I'm living in his basement right now. Uh, he's he does artwork. He's a tattoo artist, and he he designed that wonderful logo. So thank you, Jose, for the logo. Thank you, Wendy, for putting it up. Um, and yeah, like if you guys haven't noticed, go ahead, check out the community. You'll see it there. I think it's incredible. Um, what else? What else? Uh, I want to start talking to you guys about the tea class at Tilula. I haven't had a huge response for the tea crawls, but I'm gonna keep on trying. I want to get you guys accustomed to participating in different things. So I want to start talking to you guys about the tea class. I'm going to make some announcements to see who would be interested. I'll talk to some people directly, see if we can generate some interest, and we'll see where it goes. Tilula is ready, willing, and able to host us. The only thing is that we just need to participate. So I'm going to start talking to you guys about taking a trip there, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, we can get a good amount of attendance there. Um, and speaking of tea crawls, I want to have another one probably by the end of this month, if not early September. Um, I want to get you guys together at least once before the winter comes, because you guys know Chicago has some really bad winters. So I want to get something going before then. So we're gonna keep on looking it up, seeing if we can arrange something, at least one or two outings before the winter comes. We'll see. Also, raffles. I'm probably gonna have one at the end of this month. I did skip July. I'm aware of that. It's only because I was planning on having the tea crawl, and I had to make a choice. It was like, well, would I spend all my money on a prize, or would I spend all my money on the tea crawl? And I wound up not spending much money at all. So I'm probably gonna have a another raffle within the next couple weeks. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Oh, excuse me. In the meantime, I'm going to open up the floor. Questions, comments, anything you want to ask about the... Oh, excuse me. Ask about the tea. Now's the time. Excuse me. Whew, I got the hiccups. Well, that's annoying. Okay, hopefully that got rid of it. Oof. Yeah, because those come at the worst possible times. But at least you know this is live. So I'm not lying to you. Uh, anyway, questions, comments, anything you want to bring up? Now's a good time. Teresa, I always answer your questions. So here's your question. What would I pair this with today? I mentioned this would be a good breakfast tea. So I'm getting like a sense of like waffles or pancakes. Since it's got those chocolatey notes, anything that would go well with a with a sweet meal. So I would definitely say pancakes, waffles, something like that. Maybe crepes. I don't know. Would you consider crepes a breakfast or a snack, like a dessert? Um, for me, it could go either way. It all depends on the time of day that I eat it. Um, but I think that it would go. Which is better, chai Mumbai or dai by chai? Now, this is a hard question because um, they're not very comparable. Dai by chai is hotter, stronger, um, and it's got this kind of Toma, welcome. It's got like a strong. It's got a strong bite. Uh, Meanwhile, this is milder. It's more. Um, it's milder. It's more softer, silkier, kind of sweet, chocolatey, wholesome. Um, so it's hard to answer which one is better because it would more depend on my mood. If I'm looking for something with bite, I would go for Dai by Chai. If I was looking for something that's sweet and savory, I would go with Chai Mumbai. Um, I would have to say that it would depend on the situation. I honestly think that Chai Mumbai would beat it on the average day though. Like, if you're gonna drink this more casually, more if you're gonna drink this more casually, um, just to relax and kick back, this would be the tea for you. But if you're looking for like something that's going to wake you up, um, kick you in the face, Dai by Chai is a lot stronger. Plus, it's sweet, so you're going to have that comparable flavor palette. It's just a matter of what you feel like at the time. Um, yeah, that's gonna be my answer. It's kind of like a politician's answer. It's like I like them both equally, but in this case, I mean, I really do love them both. Semi equally. It's just one would be more fitting to a situation than the other. Mm. Oh man, this is amazing. Like, I have not had a bad tea from Australia yet. Granted, I spent a limited time there, but everything I've had, Sylvia, welcome. Everything I've had there has been like just really good. Oh, speaking of teas from Australia, I don't know if you guys remember. I did Gorgeous Geisha a couple months back. That was from a tea company called T2. I found them when I was in Auckland, and then again in Christchurch, and then again in Sydney. Not to mention all the booths that they had in the airports, in both of the airports. I didn't see it in the Christchurch airport. It might have been there, but I didn't see. Anyway, so it turns out I found out recently that they are now in the U.S. I found one. I have not confirmed that they're in here yet, but I found that on the address they do have one right around the corner from Adagio. So I have a quest, you guys. I have a quest to find T2. You see, mention these stores You mean the T2 store? Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was getting at. Um, but yeah, like it's here, and the only other location that I was able to find uh, is actually in New York. So Ma, Teresa, everybody else from New York that's watching, Ralph, if you're still there, T2 is at Rockefeller Center. So if you find yourself in the area, look for it. It's a really good tea spot. Um, yeah, like I'm if this place really is around the corner from Adagio, I'm in a lot of trouble, guys. Like a lot of trouble. I had problems choosing what I wanted to get uh, for the limited time I was there. But now that they're here, I am freaking broke already. Let's just put it that way. Because I'm like they put out some really good flavors. Um, I've tried the gorgeous geisha, both hot and iced. I highly recommend that. So for all you guys that are in Chicago and in New York, check them out. Um, yeah, that's 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 pretty much my thing. Like you guys, I the next time you see me, I'm gonna be in the poorhouse with like 50 crates of tea stacked behind me. Like they're gonna ask me where life went wrong. I'm like, there. Like I fed my addiction. But hey, if they are there, I would be more than happy to add them to the tea crawl. Because I've already sampled their teas, and it's actually quite good. So all joking aside, um, if this place is here, you'll see more. You'll see me doing more T2 teas, uh, and I'm really looking forward to it. Whew. Okay. Anyway, so another announcement. I recently discovered that I have moved on to the uh, the 90s in my tea streams. I have done 90 something tea streams, and I want to do something special for my 100th. I just don't know what yet. So I'm gonna start asking you guys questions. What would you guys like to see for my 100th stream? It's coming up within the next couple of months, and I'm I want to do something extraordinary. So I'm just putting it out there. Wearing a costume is not extraordinary. Wearing a costume is just like, hey, I'm doing the exact same thing, only I've got a mask on. I want to do something more tea related and something more inclusive. Um, so yeah. Let's keep the ideas flowing. Um, I'm gonna have to like really think about that. Hey, if you can get Kermit the Frog over here to Chicago, then yeah, we'll do a green tea. I think that would be incredible to share a green tea with Kermit the Frog. And full formals, I'm gonna be wearing like a tuxedo, shirt and tie, and I think that would be a little bit overboard with with the general tone. Um, I don't know. We'll see. I'll think of something. Mm. I was thinking more along the lines of like either doing a full on, traditional plant You plant a tea? Oh, plant a tree. I was about a tea tree. That would be, I don't know, maybe. We can make it like an event or something. I don't know. First, I would have to have a place to plant it. Um, and I don't know. I don't know how good it would be outside in Chicago weather. Like generally, where tea is grown, you have like either really hot or mild weather. Um, I don't think Chicago is. If I were to plant it outside, I don't think that Chicago would be the ideal place for it. Um, but it's not off the it's not off the record. I don't know. We'll see. But oh yeah, and a couple. I think it was last week or the week before. I wanted to let you guys know that if I had found the if I found the original orange creamsicle, I would share it with you guys. I did find something, but it was not a full on tea stream. It was just a quick review. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. I might have to go back and do it again. Go to a Japanese tea house and stream from there. Maybe a traditional tea ceremony. I would love to do that if I could get permissions. Like that would be extraordinary, but really hard for me to pull off. Just permission wise, because tea ceremonies are very sacred, and so like I would have to do it in a way that was not really invasive. I have no idea how. I have no idea how I'll pull that off, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll talk to some people, see if we can arrange it. I don't know. Mm. Mm. Okay, guys, I have one or two sips left, so now's the time. Questions, comments, anything you want, just toss it at me. Oh yeah, they take it like tea is sacred, and like the okay, like the tradition behind matcha is it's a sacred bond. Like they welcome you into their house and they present the tea to you. It's a sign of respect. It's a sign of honor, and it's a sign. It's a sign of like connection. A flash mob tea tasting? How? What in the world is a flash mob tea tasting? Like everybody's gonna be drinking tea and dancing in public, and then like everybody's gonna spill hot tea all over themselves. That's not gonna be a pretty sight. Ooh, that's gonna be that'll be a huge mess. um, but yeah, like tea is pretty sacred, so that's why it's hard to arrange it. Not impossible. I mean, there are videos that show like how it's done, but to stream it would be to get it arranged. That would be the hard thing. But we'll see. Like I'll ask around, and see if I can get something comparable. But we'll see. Whew. Anyway, I think I'm down to my last sip. So, questions, comments, anything? Now's the time. What was this? I mean, everyone has tea with me. That would be nice, except like we have no, we don't have anywhere to actually do it. You know, um, I would love to. I would love to do that if we can get one, if we can get a good amount of people together, and two, if we can have the space. I mean, it would be nice, you know, like as a form of appreciation. Rent a space. Good lord, you think I got a budget for this? Like, jeez. Ah, all done. Ooh, and I have not found the licorice yet, but this is a really, really good tea. Oh, I digress. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. You guys have been amazing as usual. Thanks so much. Not even a haul, just a space for like 2 hours. Like, I mean, I really just, I don't know. We'll find it. Maybe I can talk to Tigershvedna, and they'll let me do that there. I don't know. We'll see. That might be a that actually might be doable for my 100th tea stream. We'll see. We'll see if one, if they're willing to open up their doors. Two, if they are willing to host everyone. I mean, for something that special, we'll see. And three, actually getting everybody together in one in one place, because that seems to be the hardest thing sometimes. But yeah, like let's. I'll. That's actually not a bad idea. I'll talk to them about it. See what we can do. All right. Anyway, thanks for the suggestions, guys. Once again, this has been Mumbai Chai. It was amazing, delicious. I'm gonna try one more time to get the website, because if I can get the website, I will be eternally grateful. I do not want to run out of this blend. In the meantime, have a great night, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.